Hey everyone, welcome back to AFTV. It's Arsenal Everton. It's our game in hand, and it's of course the preview with me and Robbie.
The game in hand is here. The legendary
I know.
game in hand is here.
And this has been a figure of the last couple, obviously with everything that happened with the pandemic, and then, you know, a lot of things have sort of meant games being delayed.
Queen wasn't it? It was the Queen's.
Well, the Queen passing this year, but I mean previous years as well. We've had sort of games in hand being a thing. Remember last year we were in the top four, and then we were fifth. Oh, but we had games in hand. Look, now we get to just level it up as we go into the crunch time. Are we 2 points? Are we 5 points? Are we even 3 points ahead? We're going to find out by 10 p.m. Wednesday night. And we're excited for it because we need some revenge on Dyche. We need to keep building momentum. 2 wins in a row. Let's make it 3.
Games in hand are great to say. We've got a game in hand and that. But what you really want is the points on the board. And this is a great chance for Arsenal to get points on the board. I feel, we was at the game. Everton away, you was there as well. And it was a very disappointing performance by Arsenal. But it was almost like the perfect storm for Everton, isn't it? Brand new manager bounce. They played like, out of their skins that day. I was chatting to some Everton fans afterwards and they were saying that was their best performance all season, the most energy they'd seen. I think it's going to be a little bit different here. They'll still come, but it's going to be a little bit different here. They're fighting for their lives, like you said, and also looking confident again, after that setback against Man City. 2 games on the road, 2 tricky games on the road. Let's not sugarcoat that. Like those were 2 really tricky games that, we could easily have dropped points, and we've come through them. Games like Villa away and Leicester away, if you're not going for a title, if you go there and you get a draw, you're like, yeah, it's a decent point.
I agree,
it's a tough place to go. And we've gone there and we've got maximum points. And I think the confidence is back in the team. And I think the really pleasing thing for me over the last couple of games has been the squad. The squad depth has shown, with Trossard coming in, with Jorginho coming in, we've all of a sudden shown a squad depth that I think a lot of even opposition fans have been surprised about.
Yeah,
They've been like, oh, wow. Remember, Jesus is not even back yet. So
Smith Rowe's barely had game
Smith
time.
Rowe,
Vieira's getting, bit part game time, really. And I was going to say it for later in the show, but let's go into the Trossard thing because, the school of thought is we're coming up against a Leicester, an Everton side who we saw what we did. Yes, they pressed us. Yes, they worked really hard. But ultimately, once we crossed the halfway line, really difficult, deep block to break down. It's the Sean Dyche way in the Premier League. Which way are you leaning towards? Is it Eddie Nketiah because he is more of a hold-up man? Even though it's not the most natural thing he does, he still probably does it better than anyone else behind Jesus. He's got that kind of physique to sort of run in beyond and make things happen and be a bit of a focal point. Would you go for a Trossard for his trickery, for his fluidity, which even though against Leicester we didn't create a whole heap of chances, there's definitely better fluidity to Arsenal.
Yeah, I really like Trossard in that last game. I just felt that he added something. He's, like you said, his trickery, his skill was brilliant. And I just think that when you're playing against a team, we already know what Everton are going to do. They ain't coming to attack. Come on, we know that's not going to happen. They're going to come. It's going to be a low block. They're going to basically look to do exactly what they did to us in the first game, frustrate, try and get set pieces and try and see if they can feed off of that. So to me, a player like Trossard who can unlock things, and also scores goals as well, it's a no-brainer for me to keep him in. It worked in the last game. And I'd like to see it in this game as well. I think this is a game that we've got to go for it. We've got to go for the win. It is a game in hand. It's like a spare game. I don't think a draw is good enough.
No.
A defeat is unthinkable. We have to go for the win. And I think Trossard in from the start. And then later on, you can get Eddie to come in and try and stretch him. But they're going to be so deep. I don't think it's that type of game where you need someone to try and stretch.
Yeah.
In behind them, because there ain't going to be no in behind.
Yeah,
what I mean? In behind is probably going to be by, past the corner flag.
It's true.
Right,
yeah.
So, for me, Trossard from the start.
Okay, and what about the other selection headache Arteta's got, which is Thomas Partey? We know how crucial he's been, or Mr.
He's got his Italian.
Well,
Italian.
They didn't make the World Cup. This is the only time I get to enjoy it. What do you expect me to do? They let me down. Actually, Jorginho missed the penalties that meant we didn't make it to the World Cup. So, love-hate relationship there. But wow, is he playing well.
Jorginho's playing brilliantly at the moment. I was asked this in Ask the Fans by Cecil, and I'm sticking with Jorginho, which is a real compliment to him. He's come in the Villa game and the Leicester game. He's played brilliantly. Why change a winning team?
I hear that.
And again, I look at it and I just say, this is not the game. This is the game when you could maybe sacrifice a little bit defensively. Because they're just not that type of team where they're going to be. I mean,
but they're physical.
The one thing I would say, they were very physical in midfield and had a lot of legs in it. But I still think Jorginho could play a part in this game, because I just think we're going to be on the front foot so much more. I just don't get the feeling they're going to be up in our faces as much as they were when we played them at their place. They'll try. This is a different ground, different pitch, different place, different pressures.
Yep.
I just think it's going to be a different type of game than it was at Goodison.
Yeah, fair enough. And let's give you some, details around the match. We know that it's at our beloved Emirates Stadium, which has got the new wrap, the new artwork around it. We're here in front of the flags, all the Arsenal fans represented around the world. 60,000 seat stadium, and it is Wednesday the 1st of March, as you know, 7:45 p.m. UK time kickoff. Arsenal sit top on 57 points, with Everton in 18th on 21 points. And they have had a little bit of a resurgence under Dyche. 2 wins in the 4 games. That did include a 1-0 win against us. They also beat Leeds 1-0 at home, but they lost very recently at home to Villa and lost in the Merseyside derby to Liverpool as well. Arsenal turning it around with 2 wins on the bounce after the 3 games before, where they picked up 1 point in 9. So it's interestingly poised, because Arsenal have turned it around, but so have Everton. But then Everton have had this little drop. So it's going to be Arsenal. You expect them to be the confidence team going into this.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching the Everton game when they went to Liverpool, and they're really, really disappointing. I'm not sure if Calvert-Lewin's back for the game, but he makes a massive difference for them.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Without him, they looked a little bit toothless. You can see even from those games that you just spoke about there, they don't really score a lot of goals. So I think it's one of them games that we've got to go for them right from the start. Try and get that early goal, which then, brings them onto us, has to force them out a bit, because I think that's what happened at Liverpool. Liverpool hit them, and then, they just didn't really have an answer to that, because they are always looking for that set-piece goal. So, yeah, I think, as I said, when they played us in that first game, they caught us at just the right time. And, Goodison is always rocking. It's always a very difficult place to go to, but it's different here. And we got a great record against them here at the Emirates.
We do, and Goodison's always been a bit of a bogey ground for us, but they hate coming to the Emirates. I mean, their history, it's funny, isn't it? When you plot the different battles, it tells different stories. So, for example, Everton at the Emirates, they don't like it. Actually, Dyche with Burnley never liked it at the Emirates, although in fairness, did actually, pick up 4 points from 6 in his last 2 trips here with Burnley.
Yeah. That was when during COVID.
One was during COVID. Then do you remember the 0-0 here? When the big miss from Lacazette.
Yes.
But Arteta doesn't like it against Sean Dyche. I think he's only won like 1 in 5 or 6 against.
It's going to be the low block.
Yeah, it is going to be the low block. You think Arsenal have an answer to it?
I do, because I feel that, Leicester tried to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe don't do it quite as well as Everton do it, but Leicester tried to do it and it didn't work. I mean, I think, we had a lot of the ball. I just feel if we've got that much ball at home, we'll find a way. And the confidence is back in this Arsenal team. You know what I mean? They know what they've got to do. They know the importance of the significance of this game. And that changes, that really does change how the approach to this game is going to be, I feel.
Everton did low block it against City, even under Lampard,
they did.
And get a
they
great moment of magic. So we need to get a few goals here.
They got a draw, and listen, if it does work sometimes. You know what I mean? The Nottingham Forest game, basically, they held out and then they sneaked a draw. So it's very important to be positive in this game and go for the jugular from early, and I fully expect that the crowd's going to be up for this one. The team hasn't been here for a couple of weeks, and the crowd would have loved what they've seen over the past couple of weeks, especially that comeback against Villa. So I think that the confidence is flowing through this team, and I fully expect to win.
I hope you're right. Looks like we might have put the blip behind us. Those 3 games didn't go the way we wanted, but the last 2 away from home have. Can Arsenal go and put in a performance at home? We've been more solid away. We've leaked a few goals here at the Emirates, but there's an opportunity for something.
I'd love us to win it, obviously, and keep a clean sheet. You know what I mean? Because it has been a bit worrying that we leaked so many goals here. And as I said, we've got to be very wary from set pieces, Tchaikovsky and players like that. They've got a lot of big players, you know, and they are going to look for that. They'll be, I'll predict it from now, they'll win a free kick just inside their own half and they'll send everybody up and try and lump it in. They'll be doing that sort of thing. We've got to be ready for that. So defending is going to be very, very important in this game.
Yep. Score predictions?
Score predictions, I'm going 3-0.
3-0 Arsenal.
I'm going 3-0. I do think we'll keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Because I liked how we defended against Leicester. We were very solid. And I do think we're going to get goals. I think Trossard is going to be, I've got a feeling for him being on the score sheet, but I'm going for 3-0. It's very, very, very important game. We have to win it. You know, if we win that game, it puts a lot more pressure on Man City, gives us a little buffer. You know, 2-point buffer is not really a buffer, is it?
No.
You know, especially with their goal difference. But
That's
5 points.
One result swing, yeah.
Yeah, but 5 points is, and then, you know, you can then get any sort of win and try and pull away. You know what I mean? And City have got a few tricky games coming up, and we've got a few winnable games coming up. So, yeah, we've got to win this game.
It's finally poised. You've gone for a 3-0 win. My score prediction, you can find out on Forever Arsenal podcast, so go check that out. That is out already. We did look back at Leicester and ahead to this big, big game on a Wednesday night. Will the Emirates be rocking? I'm sure it will be.
It will be.
Wasn't that long ago we had another big Wednesday night game. Didn't quite go the way we wanted. But these are the big games we want to be a part of, and these are the big opportunities that you want when you're in a title-chasing season, which Arsenal are. So, yeah, congrats to the team on getting it this far. Keep going, keep building. We haven't achieved anything yet. Let's go get some. Let's go get another win on the board.
3 points.
Let's do it. Many thanks. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. We'll catch you very soon.